We've just got brand new information on the two jobs, the Reaper and the Sage, coming in Endwalker, and wow, some of this lore is better than I could have honestly expected and opens up a whole lot of new questions that I didn't expect to be asking. All the information that I'm going to go through here is from the official Final Fantasy Endwalker job pages. Link is going to be in the description. So first thing is that these icons, to say the least, I find incredibly badass. I should probably introduce them. These are going to be the brand new and shiny icons for the Sage and the Reaper jobs. To say the least, the Sage's weapon is incredibly distinctive in pretty much all of gaming. We have a few examples that are similar, but in the Final Fantasy world, this is actually pretty neat and distinct. And the Nulith, which is the Sage's weapon, what it's actually called, the Nulith distinctly resembles 4 floating guns, and I can say beyond absolutely any shadow of a doubt that this icon represents that and is incredibly distinct. You're not gonna see a Sage icon and ever wonder, oh, is this maybe a Scholar? No, not at all. This is very distinct. Now, talking about the Reaper icon, I could easily be wrong, but to me personally, my interpretation is that this clearly looks like a scythe, and then you have the circle with, a single strand of hair on the top of its head. That could potentially represent the Void avatar that is so fundamental to the Reaper's kit, because it's not just the scythe, you're also making a pact with a literal demon, which is what we're going to be getting into in the lore bit. But you're making the pact with the demon, and so it's not just the scythe that is your toolkit, it's also the demon. Ultimately, to say the least, I think both icons are extremely distinct, extremely visually striking. I think that it would be very hard-pressed to find anyone saying, oh, these are dull. And to say the least, these fit incredibly well with the jobs. It's very obvious what they're trying to represent, in my opinion. Now let's get into the lore bits for each. So we get brand new insights into both the Sage and the Reaper jobs through this lore bit, and all I can say is holy shit. This is incredible. So starting with the Sage, the nation of Sharlayan is the cradle of knowledge, the studium, its foremost institution of learning, yet more so than its incomparable library and formidable assemblage of archons. This prestigious academy is famed for its blending of traditionally distinct fields to produce revolutionary new disciplines. Among these, perhaps the most distinguished is the altruistic art, which draws upon the wisdom of aetherology, sorcery, and medicine. Dubbed summonatics, this art sings to heal and protect by manipulating corporeal aether through the use of nuliths, a flying array of foci. Practitioners are dedicated to the betterment of mankind, and for their wisdom and compassion eventually came to be known simply as sages. You're welcome for that stupid reading. But my first thoughts reading this is that the Sage is just so me. Wow. It's just refreshing. It's a refreshing take that there would be a class based upon the academic study of various disciplines to make an interdisciplinary approach to healing in the world of Eorzea. That's not something that I ever expected to say in a video game ever, but here we are. At least in Eorzea, medicine is very much grounded in science and very highly tied to alchemy. And from what we've seen in the lore, done in quests, I mean, we know that we've done some main story quests like Rogger's Reach. We had even some main story quests in the Crystarium dealing with medicine and the study of medicine. We know that medicine is very much grounded and can see a lot of similar draws to like medicine in real life. It's not so impossible to imagine it. I mean, obviously some of the names are a little muddled, but it's just like fundamentally you can see the same ideas in medicine in Eorzea as you can in real life. So it's very much grounded in science. We've seen people go to bedside care. We've had to help them make various different medicines that would be used to treat. And so seeing medicine be brought up unironically in a class that we're actually going to play is very neat. Which brings us to Aether, which Aether, obviously we don't have like a real world life equivalent to like we do medicine, but Aether is kind of like, I kind of view it as like the electricity of Eorzea. I know that that is wildly incorrect to a lot of aspects in the lore, but to me, it's just handled very similar to it. And so it's just like you see so much of like scientific tooling, various different methods of warping Aether and making it do things to really serve the greater good. And so to see unironically that aetherology is being brought in as some mechanism to help medicine is very interesting to see. It is definitely a unique form of Eorzea science. Now we're going to be talking about sorcery as the third thing that they're also making interdisciplinary here, which I'm going to need to obviously dig into the lore a bit to learn what sorcery exactly means in 14, but to me, off the top of my head, this means a lot like thaumaturgy or black mage explosions, which to say the absolute least is badass. Really seeing all of this woven together makes me very happy, to say the least. Even if it is just lore, I know obviously lore doesn't necessarily directly impact the gameplay, I get it, but I can say as someone who is very interdisciplinary myself between neuroscience and computing science, this makes me very, very happy. Good God, am I really already deciding to main Sage above everything else? We'll see, but oh my god, this makes me so happy. Now for the Reaper lore. The Garleans' forebears were once humble farmers who made their home among the sun-drenched fields of southern Ilsabard. That was until they were driven from this paradise by invaders wielding arcane magics. Forced north into the frigid Canada, the survivors sought a means to tap into the reservoir of aether otherwise closed to them. A daring few found their answer within the void, binding themselves to its creatures, demons, to gain verboten power fed by the souls of the slain. Once more they took up their scythes, this time to reap a crimson harvest. So my thoughts are, wow, you sure pissed off the botanists. Botanists already use the scythe already, so it was kind of a natural progression of the job, obviously. Obviously, I mean, who couldn't have seen this coming? I mean, you level up your botanist a bit, you're now going to become a reaper, you're obviously going to have a demon pact. I mean, that's just how it works, right? I mean, piss off the botanists, they're gonna do this. But forced from their homeland into Canada, which our winters, for the record, for anyone who doesn't live here, really suck, of course they'd be pissed. But jokes aside, which don't really seem to be jokes because that's clearly a pissed off botanist literally being described in the lore, we already knew from the lore that the Garleans are unable to use magic themselves. And so this forced in the lore that was already well established from even A Realm Reborn, even 1.0 days actually, we already knew that the Garleans were forced to take up technology to make up for their lack of magical capabilities, which is why you see the Garlean Empire be so further ahead than everyone else in the game world on technology. They learned how to use natural resources like ceruleum to power their monstrous machinery to a level we can't even imagine in, like, Gridania. But that's pretty much only one path, technology, isn't it? To seek power through technology is just one of the many options you could have. And I actually find this type of lore in general exciting, because you often see a lot of writing take things in one direction and they don't explore it. It's like, if we have a large group of people, do you really think that they would all think the exact same way? Oh yeah, I can't use magic, these other people used magic, we're all gonna band together and just use technology. No, screw that. You have different people, and different people are going to have different perspectives and different views, which I think is one of the most important things about humanity as a whole. And so when people take this writing this way, and you have, like, people be kind of, like, deviants or deviate from, like, the expected path, it's, like, so cool. And so we saw these groups of Garleans say, screw technology, I want to gain this power, screw these people that can use magic, I want it for myself. And they essentially coveted that power from the 14 equivalent to literally demons. I can't use magic, but I can make a deal with this demon and feed the souls of the dead to you in order to like, have you give me your magical power and aid me in combat. And, like, holy shit, this is literally a demon pact in game. I never expected to say that in 14. That is badass, and the entire job as a whole was completely unexpected, but this is actually poggies.